I made a video about this earlier. I asked DeMeco Ryans yesterday about the quarterback scramble. I like DeMeco a lot. He's not really – his temperament is like a player. He was a player in the league a few years ago. He's like Patrick Willis's age. He's young. So when you ask him when I ask him a question that's at all critical about his defense, the look on his face, he looks like he takes it personally, like he's on the field with them. So when I said, your defense really has very few weaknesses, if any, but if there were with one Achilles heel, it would have to be defending the scramble on third down. The look on his face, like he wanted to be like, really? We have an Achilles heel? Are you sure? Are you sure? I don't know. I mean, he might feel like, happens to all defenses. Quarterbacks get loose on third down. You can't stop them all from scrambling. Why are you picking on my defense? I got the best defense in the league. Clearly, it's not killing us. We're fine playing the way we are. Of course, all those things are true. All I'm saying is it would be a shame if this particular issue cropped up on a big play in a big game, and it was one of the reasons why the Niners didn't win the Super Bowl this year. Because all it has to do is happen once at the wrong time. So I'm trying to figure out a better way to defend this because I feel like the Niners are really bad at defending the scramble, worse than most teams. Maybe statistically I'm wrong on that, but here's what I see from the Niners. It's gone back to when Robert Saleh was the coach of this team, and I used to talk to him about this directly. He would explain to me the issue with defending quarterback scrambles. He said it all starts with the defensive ends. Once that defensive end rushes past the quarterback, if you can visualize it, so far upfield, he's past the quarterback. Well, the quarterback, all he has to do is step up and run through that huge B gap, and there's really no one to stop him. Who's going to cut him off at that point? He doesn't have to run to the sideline first. He doesn't have to run sideways and then up. He just goes straight upfield and then bounce outside, and it's very difficult for someone to come all the way across the field and stop that. So really, the way to keep the quarterback from scrambling, first and foremost, is to have the defensive end be disciplined in his rush and not rush past the quarterback. If you can do that, good things happen. So last week against the Seahawks, they gave up that 18-yard scramble to Geno Smith on 3rd and 13, and it all started with Samson Ebukam rushing past Geno. You know how the Niners like to do it. They'll have a 3-by-1 set with one D end over here and 3 guys over here, and maybe Fred Warner lurking here and another guy lurking over here, 6 potential guys. You don't know who's coming. And they have this blitz where 5 guys come, but pause. They have this blitz where 5 guys rush. You saw Justin Fields do that? That was hilarious. And really, nothing really happens. Like a mush of 4 rushers on one side, and then Samson Ebukam rushing past the quarterback, and then it's just a freaking super highway for the quarterback to leave. And even a guy like Geno, who's not super fast, can take that. So it seems like getting creative with all those blitzes doesn't really matter if you're just going to let the one defensive end on the outside run past him. So what I'd like to see is just play man coverage. Just tell that one defensive end, Ebukam, to run inside, not outside. Take the B gap. Force the quarterback immediately to run out to his right, and then you can have Dre Greenlaw blitzing, keying on that. Sorry, I made you guys laugh with that one. I had to say it. I mean, if there was ever a moment for a pause. Look, if you want to see what I'm talking about, Coach Noah Johnston DM'd it to me. It's a video on YouTube of University of Georgia, how they defend their approach to 3rd and long. And it's like they want to be a 2-man coverage, 2 deep, man coverage underneath, and a 4-man rush defense. I mean, that's what you want to do on third down. That's the best coverage. If you can play that, you're really tough to beat on 3rd down. Just a 4-man rush with 2 deep safeties and man coverage anywhere else. No one's open, and if you can get pressure with 4, guy's screwed. What's the best way to beat that 2 deep, 4-man under? 2 deep, 4-man rush. Scrambling. Because you got all those cornerbacks with their back to the quarterback. Scrambling. So what do? Well, what Georgia likes to do is take that defensive end on the left, rush him inside, collapse the pocket immediately, and then that way the quarterback can't step up and out. He would have to scramble, he would have to run to the sideline and then upfield. And you're telling me a quarterback's going to do that faster than Dre Greenlaw runs straight at him? Not going to happen. And you can vary who is the guy that's assigned man-to-man to the quarterback on that play. But I think that's a much better strategy than whatever the Niners are doing, giving up the B gap. Don't give up the B gap. I almost feel like I should say pause after that. Don't give up the B gap. Don't just give up the B gap. Please pause. The C gap is much better. Just saying. That's my 2 cents. Just trying to help. I'm not saying do the same thing every time on third down, obviously. But this is something to throw in there. It works for Georgia. Don't give up the B gap.